What's up, guys? Midwest to Review here, back again. Throw together this quick video, show you guys some things I picked up, kind of keep you up to date on the channel, what's going on with my tools and what I'm getting rid of, what I'm buying, etc. So I thought I would also throw a shout out to one of my subscribers over at MQ Elevators. Mike sent me this really nice Maximum Ratchet. The brand is called Maximum. I think they only sell these in Canada. I think the ratchet itself is built in China. Let's see here. Yep, made in China for Maximum Canada. So Maximum is a Canadian brand, which is really awesome. But he sent this to me, man. He shipped this all the way over from Canada, which I thought was really cool and thoughtful, because I don't know what the ratchet costs, but I know the shipment probably in itself is fairly expensive to ship something over the border. So this particular ratchet, let me flip it over for you guys real quick. This particular ratchet is a 90-tooth design, flex head ratchet, non-locking. Looks like it was manufactured in 2019, first quarter of 2019. But really cool design. They tout that it is 25% better access, which is based upon their flex head design. They say also by increasing the tooth count from 72 tooth to 90 tooth, they consider that to be a 25% increase. The 90 tooth ratchet needs less clearance to operate versus a 72 tooth ratchet. So they're basically talking about the benefits of it going from a 72 to a 90 as it relates to accessibility, which is really cool. So the detents, or the locking ball there, is pretty good. There's probably about, I would say, 15 degrees or so, maybe more, between detent to detent. But really nice ratchet. Chrome job is really nice. It's not super shiny, which is something I like. Sometimes they can get so shiny that they make themselves look cheap. So you don't want it like too shiny, but you don't want it too dull either. Now there is some grease on here. I did put grease on it, or in the ratchet, and I'll explain to you why here in a second. But overall, this is a really nice ratchet. I like it, and after playing around with it, I was able to figure out some of the issues with this particular brand. So I got the ratchet, I think on Friday, and I was playing around with it, and I'll let you hear the gears here. Let's see if I can get it to go. And I was playing around with the ratchet, and I noticed that it kept getting hung up. So what I did, I know a lot of you guys, I posted something on my Instagram page about that, Midwest_tool_review on Instagram. Check me out. But I posted something about that, that I was having an issue with it. And essentially what it was, when I opened up the body of the ratchet and pulled the gear out, the gear and everything looked great, but the pawl has a spring loaded as always, right? It's like any other natural ratchet. But the problem is that the spring itself, and maybe I can pop this open real quick and show you guys. Hopefully you guys will want to see that. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, so if I can't do it, I apologize, but I am gonna try. I use my channel lock pliers here. All right, don't want to lose that. And there's a lot of grease in here, so I'm gonna see if I can. It's probably not gonna come out very easily. Oh, I don't want to lose that pawl. Crap. Let me see here. Let me see if I can pull this lid off here without this back plate, without taking a whole gear out, the gear set out. But okay, so it's going to look crazy back there because it's got a lot of grease. But essentially, there's a little mechanism there, and there's a spring there that pushes the pawl into the gear. Well, the problem is with this ratchet here, and I don't know if it's their design overall, but the spring does not have a little ball or a little detent at the top of it. So like your Snap-on or other ratchets, they have a little ball. And I know Snap-on has like the rounded nib or whatever, and it has a little stem on it that kind of slides into the spring, and it kind of stays in place that way. Whereas some of the older designs, the ball just simply sat directly on top of the spring, and it was held to try to line it all up when you were doing servicing. Well, Snap-on, you know, ultimately ended up improving that design, and now the spring and the ball are integrated. Well, essentially, this particular ratchet doesn't have that. It just simply had the spring itself with no ball or nothing pushing the pawl up into the gear. So what I had to do is I had to search around in my shop, and luckily I had a couple extra kits, and I took the spring out and inserted the spring and ball into this ratchet. The problem was that the spring was too big in diameter wise. That was the other thing. The springs are really, really chintzy in these ratchets based upon this one here. So I pulled that spring out. I pulled out this little piece right here, which is part of the selector knob. I took a drill, I bored it out a little bit bigger so it would accept the Snap-on ratchet spring. Drop that spring in there, put the little ball on there. So the spring and the ball that were integrated, push them down in here, reinstall the pawl and the gear there, and it works like it should. So I don't know if any of you guys have tried the maximum ratchets, but I would be curious to know if that is something that is typical with these particular ratchets, in the sense that they don't have a ball mechanism integrated with the spring. So if that's truly the case, that is a major flaw in this particular design. Now, like I said, I basically prepared a Canadian ratchet, a Canadian branded ratchet that's made in China with a Snap-on part, which is pretty cool in my mind as it sits. But you know, this was a gift of mine, or a gift to me, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to use it. You know, people send me things from time to time, and I don't want to just throw it in my box and never take use to it. So I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, am I? No, I am not. I'll fix that later. So I really did want to get the ratchet working and operating correctly. So you can fix these ratchets by utilizing a bigger spring with the integrated ball detent to push the pawl into the gear when you need to. And after doing so, it works like a charm. I mean, it's really, really nice. Comparatively to, let me clean my hands here. Comparatively to, let's say a Matco ratchet. Let me see. Let's do this guy here. I was looking at, make sure I keep these in frame for you guys. I was looking at the height of the head, or thickness of the head, and you can see the Maxim ratchet is about, actually I think is a little thinner than a Matco, which is pretty interesting. And then there's a slight differentiation between the backing plate and all of that. But overall, the ratchet works really, really nicely, and there's no major issues with it now that I've repaired the spring. I replaced the spring. So the springs are really weak. They don't have a ball detent, and it doesn't properly engage the pawl. So without that ball detent, the spring gets caught as you shift from on-off position in these ratchets. Don't know if that's a common design or a common flaw, but that's what I experienced with this ratchet. Got it fixed. It works great. We're putting this sucker to use. All right, so that's all I got to say about that. Picked up some new ratchets today, as you guys know. We got the new S80. Picked this guy up today. Really, really nice ratchet. Really, really nice condition at that. You guys know, if anybody has the Snap-on half-inch drive S80, you know how well that ratchet is. So I got that, and the reason why I picked that guy up, because I have this older S936, I think it is. What is this one? No, this is a 710, S710. See if I can get that in the frame. Snap-on S710. So I got this guy here, and I restored this guy. But it is a beast to try to turn that, and it's probably like a 36 tooth ratchet. So this one was a lot better, and you know, obviously much more newer than this. So picked that guy up. We also got an F80 today, which is something I used to have in the past, but officially got another F80, which is I'm really happy about. I got to clean them. I think it needs some lubricant in it. It sounds a little weak in the inside, so I got to check that out at some point in time. And then lastly, I got a little T72 as well, a little 1/4 inch drive. So got to add that little guy to the collection. And I already have one. I've got one over here, but it was nice to just have another one in the box. And you can tell there's a little bit of a different update in design. See if I can get that in the frame. You can see there, snap-on symbols look a little bit different. So I assume one is probably newer than the other one. So that was pretty cool, adding those to the collection of tools. Somebody asked me about this ratchet here. I picked this up from a fellow YouTuber, fellow creator, and the part number is, let me see if we can get that into the frame here, 5257FL USA. 5257FL USA. So there's your part number for the Proto Ratchet Indexable Flex Head Ratchet. So ratchet game is still strong, as you guys can see. You know, I am going to be getting rid of some things. I got to admit, I think I'm going to sell off a couple things here. I don't know what yet, but I think I'm going to get rid of some things. Like I said, I don't know how much and to what extent. But I'm, you know, more to come on that. More to come on that. I'm not going to try to broker deals now and all of that. I'm just letting you guys know. You may be able to buy some Midwest Tool Review collection, some of my personal tools at some point in time. So don't want to get rid of everything, but I do want to dial back just slightly. Just kind of thin out the herd a little bit. As far as screwdrivers go, I did picked up this little pocket screwdriver by Snap-on. It did have a company logo on it, Modine. Picked this guy up for like 50 cents at a local Habitat for Humanity shop here for like home building supplies. I also got this Snap-on screwdriver, SDD2. It's a flat blade. I did clean up the flat blade a little bit, and I've actually been using it too. So add that guy to the collection. I do have an updated handle. There's no need to change out this handle, right? And I love these classic black handles anyway, so it's just going to stay as it is. And I thought there was a third one, but maybe I'm mistaken. But yeah, I got those two, added those to the collection as well. And really, really happy about that. No new wrenches as of yet. Still working on building out a couple sets in there. Nothing new in this drawer either. It is what it is right now. Plier game is real strong. This is kind of like my random drawer. I did pick up I was doing a brake job, as you guys saw in one of my videos, and just kind of got some OEM brake tools to support that job. That came out really, really nicely. And then, you know, my standard Snap. Oh, I do have an F80. I forgot one is in that set there. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm really happy. So big shout out to Mike at MQ Elevators for sending me this ratchet across the border. That was really, really nice of him. You know, I don't know what more to say when people think enough of you and your channel and what you're trying to do. Sorry, mosquitoes are flying around. That they want to help you out and just give you stuff. That's pretty cool. Not that we asked for it or not that we want it or whatever and we need it. Clearly, I don't need ratchets, but it's just cool when people want to be a part of the channel and just give you something for appreciation. So thank you, Mike, man. I really do appreciate it. I am going to use it, obviously, and just wanted to let you know. So, all right, guys, I know we're 14 minutes in. I probably lost about half of you guys already, but thank you for checking out the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. Don't forget to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Leave me a comment. I always get back to my comments. So if you want to chit chat with me, leave a comment down there and I'll follow up with you. All right, guys, I'm going to bed. Peace.